Fire and construction crews still on the scene of that garage collapse at the Watergate in Northwest D.C. 3 days after it happened. But people living in one building are telling ABC7 that management tells them it could be until the end of the week before their hot water comes back on. Diane Joe live in Foggy Bottom now with a look at the impact on the businesses at this historic complex. Diane, what are you hearing there?
Well, Leon, we'll get to that part in just a moment, but first, firefighters say that crews were able to shore up the area just enough so that firefighters could conduct a primary search on Sunday, and no one was found under the rubble, but we're told they're still working today to try to do one more search of the area so that they're absolutely certain no one was down there. 3 days after the collapse in the Watergate parking garage, the owner of the Watergate pastry says he's finally able to get back in his shop.
Luckily, we did not have any wedding cake since it is wedding cake season.
But because it's not open to customers right now, he says his staff will have to hand carry their cakes and pastries out to their delivery truck.
A big loss. So we also do wholesale. And for those that expect their deliveries every morning, this is complicated, which of course then we have the opportunity to lose that business as well.
But here on the south end of the complex at the Campono restaurant, they never had to close.
When the garage collapsed, everybody came over here and ate.
D.C.'s Department of Consumer and Regulatory Affairs tells us the West End Interim Library and the post office are the only other places currently allowed to reopen in the Watergate Mall.
So it will be inconvenient for a while.
Sherry Kelly lives in the West Building.
The air conditioning came on last night just in time for the heat wave today.
But she says they're now being told it could be several days before they get hot water back in their units.
I think I'm going to call my daughter and say, help.
DCRA spokesman tells us the other businesses in the Watergate Mall aren't able to open yet for a number of reasons, from not having water, flooding issues, or simply because of the proximity to where it happened. He says they aren't sure just yet when they will be allowed to reopen, and they likely won't have an official cause to release for another 2 to 3 weeks. We're live in Foggy Bottom. Diane Show, ABC7 News.
Okay.